Hello everyone, and welcome back to AJ Anime, where you can find all things anime. As the sequel of the world-renowned anime series Naruto, Boruto is finally stepping out of his father's story and making a mark of his own. Today, we'll be talking about everything that was revealed in Chapter 3. From Boruto having the strongest Rasengan that involves the literal earth, to him being trained by Kashin Koji and getting Sage Mode, and even the truth about the Ten Tails. Despite the constant backlash from its previous setback, the writers of Boruto never gave up, and now Boruto has been on a straight incline in fame because of its recent developments. But before we get into it, help us out by clicking the like and subscribe button. So let's get started. At the beginning of the chapter, we see Boruto facing off against Code, a character that was considered on par and equivalent to Ishiki. But despite this fact, Boruto made light work of him in his base form. I mean, if you're not up to date with the series, allow me to give you a little insight about Boruto's opponent during this chapter. Code's abilities are very similar to Minato Namikaze's Flying Raijin, a technique that allows the 4th Hokage to travel instantly from one point to another regardless of the distance, so long as he has the location marked. Similarly, as long as Code's claw marks are present, he can teleport instantly to any location he wants. This technique alone, in its own right, is already too overpowered, and to top it off, Code possesses strength that far exceeds Jigen's. With these two things, along with his ability to reshape his body, Code is a monster among monsters that can even bring Sasuke and Naruto to their knees. However, it makes you wonder, how did Boruto easily defeat a guy like this? Well, the answer to your question is this. With his new Uzuhiko Rasengan, Boruto has practically transcended a lot of characters both in his time and Naruto's timeline. The Uzuhiko Rasengan is a massive improvement of the already well-known Rasengan. I'm not kidding. I thought the Vanishing Rasengan was already too overpowered, but wait until you hear what the Uzuhiko Rasengan can do. Essentially, the Uzuhiko Rasengan still relies on the fundamentals of the normal Rasengan, in which it is basically a rotating ball of chakra. But despite this, the Uzuhiko Rasengan is easily a way better technique because instead of destroying the opponent by making physical contact, what the Uzuhiko Rasengan does is that it disorients the opponent by destroying their perception of their surroundings. Seeing how Boruto casually approaches Code without an ounce of hesitation, and him with no knowledge on what the Boruto in front of him is capable of, Code underestimated his opponent and decided to try to finish things early. Using his claw marks, Code teleported behind Boruto and started to attack, which, to my surprise, Boruto dodged his attack quite effortlessly without using any tricks or his Jogan. In his base form, Boruto was able to dodge and block Code's attacks with relative ease. And in this moment, where Code thought he had the upper hand, Boruto imbued his Uzuhiko Rasengan on Code's body. As Code looks down on Boruto, implying that a technique is useless if it doesn't hit, Boruto then proceeds to say that killing Code was easy at this point, and that the process of doing so was already half done. Code then realizes that the weird chakra Boruto used was not disappearing. Instead, it clung onto him. Giving his last warning, Boruto told Code to reveal where he hid the Ten Tails or die in the very spot he stood, to which Code retaliated with the words, "Try it if you can." Unleashing a barrage of attacks, all of Code's attempts never hit his target. With minimal movement, Boruto effortlessly weaved and dodged Code's attacks, and to top it off, amidst his opponent's confusion, Boruto struck his enemy directly in the stomach and unleashed Uzuhiko Rasengan once more. This time, Boruto landed a direct hit which really disoriented Code to the point where he could no longer stand up. It is then revealed what the Uzuhiko Rasengan really is. Damon discovered that the Uzuhiko Rasengan is a move that uses the planet's rotation. This is why I said Boruto just transcended all other characters in both his series and in Naruto's series. With a simple attack, he was able to stop Code just like that. Given this information, and from other sources, the reason why Code's perception was destroyed was because instead of attacking him and destroying him physically, what the Uzuhiko Rasengan really does is that it envelops the enemy with nature chakra, and it cannot be deactivated if Boruto doesn't will it. It's like Code, at that moment, was inside a massive Rasengan that enveloped his whole body, leaving his perception in shambles. Much like a boxer getting hit directly on the chin. And he always gets hit on the chin unless Boruto wants it or the earth stops spinning. Code's perception was shifted drastically and continuously so that his body could not adapt. Being in this constantly shifting motion, Code's world was flipped upside down, rendering him unable to stand up on his own 2 feet. Again, he did this in his base form, so that is really an awesome feat. Just like that, the fight was over with Code on his butt and Boruto explaining to him what the Uzuhiko Rasengan is. And as you know it, Kawaki and the others arrived just in time to save Code from certain death. As they exchanged greetings, Kawaki reports to Shikamaru the situation. Boruto and the others talked, but Code tried to pull an escape using his claw marks. However, Kawaki saw through this and erased them before Code could make his move. In a split second, while Kawaki confronted Boruto after warning him to get away from Code, their opponent used this time to summon his claw grimes and escape, leaving the creature to die by Kawaki's hands. As shocked as they were, there was nothing they could do about Code's escape. Rather than feel bad about letting their opponent get away, Kawaki immediately tells Shikadai and the others to leave him alone with Boruto, as they have unfinished business. During all of this, we see Sarada inspecting a failed god tree of some sort, and explains that the Ten Tails is basically a creature that becomes a god tree after consuming an Otsutsuki. That's why they are trying to eat everyone in sight and will only stop once they've eaten an Otsutsuki. But here comes the most interesting part. Although it has not yet been confirmed, I have reason to believe that Boruto might have access to Sage Mode. You see, during his conversation with Kawaki, he was interrupted by a toad hiding in his clothes, saying that it succeeded in sneaking in and tracking Code's hideout, and confirming that in Code's current location, the Ten Tails was present. With this, the chapter ends. The reason why I say Boruto might have access to Sage Mode is because, well, he had a toad with him. It's just a hunch, but I truly believe that in the past 3 years that he was gone, it is possible he could have trained with Kashin Koji, Jiraiya's clone apart from Sasuke. Now, based on assumptions, I think this would be possible, since Kashin Koji believes that he is somehow linked to Konoha by fate. This could mean that the possibility of Kashin Koji training Boruto is at an all-time high, and with him able to use Sage Mode, it would be exciting to assume that he taught Boruto how to use it. Which means one more thing. Boruto is more powerful than ever. And there you have it, a quick recap and explanation of Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex, Chapter 3. I hope you enjoyed this video and smash that like button. Let us know what you think about Boruto using Sage Mode in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting anime topics.